Welcome back to the second round of the Sinquefield Cup, and we have a very special guest here with us, musical director and creative in residence, Brian Owens. Pleased to have you here on the show.
I know everybody's like, who is this guy?
No. You've been on before, Brian. You were the guy who did the Bobby Fischer song. I was there.
Yeah. I had a beard then, though. I looked like a totally different person.
You did, but for me, that was one of the most creative songs I've ever heard in my life.
Appreciate it.
That was absolutely extraordinary. Every time I try to create a song, I can't do anything.
Every time I try to play chess, I can't do anything. See, we're all in the.
But you managed to link the two, right? Chess and music.
I think there are a lot of correlations between chess and music that I found over the years, and specifically since I started working at the World Chess Hall of Fame. I mean, they're both universal languages. They both, have it requires both creative. And a certain level of intelligence to do both of them. And so, I mean, I have a deep appreciation for chess. Though I'm not a great chess player, what I'm finding is a lot of the folks who play our music series, they are chess players. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Yeah.
How cool is that? And recently we had coming to St. Louis the musical Chess, which I went. It was so good. It was magical. The nights were fantastic.
Yeah, and I went into it. I've been going to the Muni a long time. It was actually the best show that I've seen at the Muni.
Wow.
In all my years of coming, and I go every year on a date with my choir teacher from high school.
Really?
Yeah, and so she said, well, let's go see Chess, and we went to go see it, and we were both kind of like, we'll see what happens, and by the end we were like, this is probably the best music we've seen here. Yeah. The storyline's great, and the music is great. I love the song Anthem, just this expression of country, and it's really cool, man. I like it.
One night in Bangkok, man.
Yeah.
I was just, as we were coming on show, I was just saying to Brian that I actually was in Murano in 1980, and my guy, Victor Korchnoi, I was working with Victor Korchnoi, and in the bar, I spent 3 hours talking to a guy who was doing a musical on chess, and I just thought it was the dumbest idea I ever heard in my life. I mean, imagine a business venture, Brian. I'd say, come to Brian, I need you to do a musical on chess. You go to a tournament like this. Silence. Silence. Don't talk. No talking. No talking a lot. It's in the rules. You can't
Till
talk.
the end of the night, and you find out that it's Tim Rice.
Exactly. That's exactly.
Like you just casually dropped that, man.
I know.
It was Tim Rice.
Yeah. It was like, wait a minute, Andrew Lloyd Webber, Jesus Christ Superstar.
I can't believe you tried to sabotage one of the greatest musicals of all time.
And what about chess, no less? Out of principle, you should have been like,
yeah, that's good. That's good. You got this. What's coming up at the World Chess Hall of Fame in the musical series?
We got a great season next year with a lot of locally based talent that has world-renowned acclaim, and we're really excited about that. We're really excited about the diversity that we're bringing into the Hall of Fame in the chess. Really excited about the gala this year.
Yes, that's coming up.
Because myself and Brian Woods, who's the other musical director, we're going to be hosting. And again, I think the world has now come to St. Louis for chess.
Right.
But I think we forget that, a lot of the music that's in the world came from St. Louis. And so now being able to make that correlation of excellence on the campus of World Chess Hall of Fame, which we feel like is a place of excellence, I think it's really cool.
Yeah.
Well, St. Louis, the home of the blues. But you don't just create, you perform.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, you're great.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at Brian performing. Oh.
Falling down. Tell me, how can you stop that old sun from shining?
I gotta say, Brian, that bearded look is very, very different from the one in the studio.
Shout out to Al Green, 1972. That's why we did that, because it was the same year as the Spassky Fischer.
Yes.
So that's why we did that song.
And Brian, so tell us about your role as a music director and creative in residence for the World Chess Hall of Fame.
Like I was saying earlier, I love what I get to do. I get to find these correlations between the world of chess and the world of music. We try to help a lot of young creatives with this idea of strategizing their lives, strategizing their careers, and chess is a perfect backdrop for that. And again, just the way we're getting to integrate a lot more diversity into people who are sometimes coming to the campus for the first time through the music series, but then, you know, are able to find out all of the other many wonderful things that we offer at the Chess Club and, you know, through the galleries at the Hall of Fame. So it's really cool.
You mentioned the World Chess Hall of Fame music series. What makes it so special?
I think what makes it special is the level of excellence, right? And the place that we're providing for folks not only who are in St. Louis, but from around the world to come, be treated with the respect that their talent deserves, and for audiences to be up close and personal and intimate. It's a lot like the chess tournaments that you have, right? Like you get to be almost like you're there with them in the game, and I think, you know, from a creative standpoint, it's really cool for audience to get that experience.
Well, the intimacy between the musician and the audience is right there. It's fantastic. And when I go to the series, the ones that I've gone through, quite a number of people from symphony perform as well.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's great.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, and just like, you know, the World Chess Hall of Fame and the Chess Club has brought so many amazing, talented chess ambassadors to the city who now call the city home. And I think the same is true for musicians and active artists and creatives in our city. I mean, they perform all over the world. So to get them in a room of 75 of our closest friends.
Right? Because that's what it feels like too, right?
Yeah, and to play music at the highest level, to play original music that they made, it's special.
Yeah. And you're co-emceeing Strategy Across the Board on December 2nd. What can we look forward to?
Well, you gotta get your tickets.
Yeah, get your tickets. It's gonna be a lot of fun with myself and Brian Woods, and I mean, just celebrating the tenure of this great organization in the community, the work that's been done scholastically with chess, and what we hope to do moving forward with music and bridging those things and marrying them together. I think this year's gala is going to really shine a beautiful light on that.
And this is the gala coming up. It's our big fundraiser. It's our annual fundraiser, Strategy Across the Board. Marina will be there, of course, as a special guest. It's
pretty
cool.
Will
all take place December 2nd. And we're going to combine also the closing ceremony. So we're going to get a lot of the chess grandmasters with us. The other Brian, I wanted to put it like that, the other Brian that works at the World Chess Hall of Fame, the music series, he was telling me about getting a performer, and it was crazy. The performer was going to New York and and it was like there was only one date that he could perform in St. Louis. And he said, book me, I want it. It was like the musicians now want to meet the chess players too, right? Because he plays chess. He was from Russia. Petrovich, they had done so, never mind, sorry. But yeah.
He's a really good musician.
It was really great. It was really great. And I think that's cool that the musicians want to come and be a part of the chess scene.
But if you look at the exhibit that we have now, I mean, you see so many musicians who, you know, back in the day, you know, Neil Diamond on the cover of a magazine, he's playing chess, or Ray Charles was apparently an amazing, not just avid chess, but a really good chess player. So I don't think that we can look at and see some kind of cognitive dissonance, but it's like, it's really not. It actually makes a lot of sense for people who are high-level musicians and creatives to also be lovers and engaged in chess. Yours truly not included in that number. When I can beat my 5-year-old daughter, then I'm like, it's good. I'm good.
But I remember Ray Charles with the Braille set. Brian, thank you so much for
thanks for having me.
It's brilliant. I'm looking forward to the gala night. It's going to be absolutely
I may make you sing with me.
No, don't you dare.
Please do.
Well, people leaving the show early.
This gentleman has a fine voice.
We're going to take a look at our standings right now as up to round one.
And you can see that after yesterday's